Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Western Herald Headlined. I am Grace Teachout, and I am the news editor for Western Herald.
I am Jade Ciezak, and I'm the assistant photo editor for the Western Herald.
And I'm Jack Mennicke. I'm the sports editor at Western Herald.
So today we're just going to do what we usually do, talk about stuff that's going on campus, within the Herald itself. So for news this week, we had a pretty big story, and it was that the WMU AAUP has reached a tentative agreement with the university in their ongoing wage negotiations. So like we've seen throughout the summer, this semester, there's been a lot of protests going on campus about this wage increase. And they reached one. It was on, I don't have the date here. It was on Thursday. So Thursday they reached an agreement. So it's going to be a total increase of 7.25% to their wage, which will include a 4% increase this year, this 2024-25 school year, and then 3.25 next academic year, along with a one-time lump sum. So they talked about how they really couldn't have done it without their allies and members and all of the protests that were going on. So next steps from them include an all-member chapter meeting on the 11th, where they're going to put together this final agreement, and then they're going to put it to a vote. So that was a pretty big story this week. We also had the WSA elected a new academic chair for the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. It looks like student Stephen Foster was nominated with a vote of 81-14. So he's really interested in the bus to the engineering campus, because the last bus leaves before the computer lab on campus closes. So it's just a really inconvenient thing where if you're staying late to do homework or work on things, you can't get back to campus easily. So WSA also had some changes to the marketing code and the judicial code. And yeah, normal WSA voting meeting last week. And then for arts and entertainment this week, we have WMU Theater's POTUS perform to a sold-out house on their opening night. And so that's exciting.
Woo!
Good. Yay for WMU Theater, yes.
That's awesome.
And that show is still running. It runs through October 13th. So get your tickets before they sell out.
Nice. Yes.
What's going on in sports, Jack?
Sports. If you go to our website, the most recent sports thing on our website is actually 4-course sports video. That's produced by Aidan with me and Joey in that. So it's on the men's soccer. That's our second episode of, we're calling it season 2 of 4-course sports, because it's this year. So yeah, that was on men's soccer, and they're a promising start. They're undefeated, and the story prior to the video was our W men's soccer. They remained unbeaten after a draw at Missouri State. Our sports reporter Emily Delano wrote that one for us. She's been doing good work for us. Really happy with the amount of people that have been in our sports section.
We've had a lot of.
Can we just talk about that for a second?
Yeah, we've had a lot of new faces, which has been really nice. So
yeah,
if you're interested in writing anything, come to a pitch meeting.
Also, now that I have brought up faces and people, I was gonna say Joey or Joseph Hartzell, as he goes by. He wrote that. And he is the lead sports reporter.
Yes.
He wrote a news
lead sports reporter. Joey Hartzell wrote a news article. So
if anyone's listening is I'm not really sure what I want to do, there's so much room to do anything that you want.
Yeah, even if you want to write and do video, want to write and do photo, want to write news and sports, you can.
Shoot, I might jump on the photo section.
You should. We need more photos. Yeah, there we go.
I think that would be incredible.
It's fun. Yeah, we've had a lot of new photo faces going to some of these games too. So
yeah.
Soccer, volleyball, seen some new people. So that's been good. New names getting published, but
yeah.
Jade, what's going on in
photo? We've had a few things going on this past week. Last week I went to the sustainability celebration, which was a really cool event. There was a lot of different clubs there that had the sustainability focus. A lot of different people. You can make your own plant. They had plant making stations. They also had a boba station where you could get snacks and stuff. So it was very busy, a lot of people there, but I enjoy going to events like that and just taking pictures of the stuff going on, getting to meet new people, and of course running into Elliot there.
Yeah.
He's getting some interviews, so that was good too. But along with that, I also went to the Political Climate Cafe yesterday. That was just on the third level of the student center in their conference room, and they just had conversation about some current political topics and other serious issues that are happening in our world right now. But they're very open to discussing everything and the mental impacts of the political issues and things that are affecting students here. So that was a really cool thing to see. Got some pictures of that, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really important to like talk about those things because sometimes like political topics like that can feel very like taboo.
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't be talked about, but I
Very
think it's really
overwhelming.
important, especially with like upcoming election and stuff.
Yes.
It's important to like talk about those things so that people don't feel so like isolated.
Exactly.
Wait, Jade, I have a question for a photo question.
Okay.
So outside of sports, is it like how easy is it to get onto events and take pictures? Like, do you just kind of walk in and?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Usually, if it's more of a conversation, like the Political Climate Cafe was more intimate, more of a conversation, not as big of an event as like a lot of people were there. So that's something that I definitely go and I ask, make sure it's okay if everyone's able to be in a photo. But for a bigger event like the sustainability celebration, just kind of walk around, going to different booths, taking picture of people, smiling. Just kind of photojournalism, you gotta find the timeliness photos, all that good stuff. But I do like taking sports pictures though, because I don't know, there's always action going on there.
Right.
So and you get the big camera, the big lenses. That's always fun.
Nice.
You always feel important.
Yeah, I think it's really fun to like go to events. Like I can't say as a photographer, but like as a writer especially, it's just fun to like go and like hear people's like opinions and like just like see all these events that like you might not be like you might not think like, oh, I want to go to that.
Yeah, it's definitely opened my mind to different things on campus. I've got to see different things, different people. So I really enjoyed being the assistant photo editor this year. It's been a fun thing. So I'm excited to see what the rest of the year will hold. I'm sure we've got big stories coming up.
Oh yeah,
it'll be cool.
Speaking of upcoming things, what's everybody's weekend plans?
Ooh, weekend plans. There is actually a vintage fest I'm going to this weekend.
Oh, yes, Vintage in the Zoo.
Vintage in the Zoo.
Vintage in the Zoo.
This one's actually
a magnet for them.
Vintage in the Zoo.
Mitten Vintage Market in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Not as close, a little bit more of a drive, but
yeah, I think
still
Vintage
cool.
in the Zoo is next weekend.
Yeah, I think they're doing. You
that.
have a few more left before it gets too cold. So I'm excited.
Fun.
A lot of vintage coming up. Got to get some gifts for people.
Yeah,
Holiday
it's almost the holidays.
What about you, Grace?
I am actually going home, and because it's my high school homecoming, so I'm going back on the football field.
Celebration.
We're gonna do marching band. They're doing a little alumni band, so I'll be spinning my flag.
Nice.
That's so fun.
Well, it's for their homecoming. You're gonna.
Yeah, it's for my high school homecoming, so they do like an alumni band.
Oh,
that's
so
gonna
that
be
like
fun.
alumni can go back and like do marching band and
That's
stuff.
awesome.
That's really fun.
Have you done that before?
I have not. Did I
Or
do it last year? Yes, I did do it last year, actually. I can't remember when I graduated. Yes, I did do it last year. And so this is probably the last year I'm going to go back. But
you're a sophomore, right?
Understandable.
This year?
Yeah, this is my second year here. So
Jade, what are you?
Junior.
Junior?
Senior?
Yeah, I'm a senior.
wow.
We got all the different ages here.
What are you doing, Jack? What's your plans?
I don't know about Saturday and Sunday. Well, Sunday I'm going to watch football. But today I have some fun planned. Me and my girlfriend, we're going to watch Deadpool 2 after we finish our meeting.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we're going to watch the new Deadpool in theaters and then go to Applebee's because we got an Applebee's coupon.
Oh,
that's such a good
fire.
time. I love Applebee's.
Same. To be
We got
honest.
good food.
Honestly, it's
Good
underrated.
food. It is underrated. That and Chili's.
Yes,
I think
Chili's too.
they're like similar.
Dude, that
but
3 for whatever is it, 3 for me or something? It's like you get like
that combo.
that combo.
So good.
Yeah.
Underrated.
So fire.
No, underrated.
Very underrated. Applebee's. Oh my god, they have this like chicken. Oh, what is it? It's a quesadilla burger.
What?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
It's so
What?
That's like crazy. Yeah,
I
it's
need
like
to get
instead of
on that.
buns,
That's
It's
they're
so
crazy.
good. Yeah.
quesadillas.
Oh yeah. Okay, Applebee's is in the future.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we got a fun weekend. And the
Yeah.
Western Herald meeting.
Yeah, Western Herald
Can't go
meeting.
wrong.
Always exciting.
They've got first kind of hockey game this weekend, right?
Yeah.
So
We have
that'll
a. If we're should we talk about
yeah,
upcoming
we can talk about
stuff?
upcoming
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hockey has a. They have just an exhibition, so it's nothing towards their record, but it is their first showing, if you will. It's against the U18 U.S. national team, so pretty good competition
Yeah.
there. Obviously, they're younger guys, but still, it's the national team, so It's kind of a
It'll
it's
still
a
be
good thing that
fun.
Western gets to have that opportunity to play a
Yeah.
team like that.
Yeah.
Get some practice in because next weekend's a bigger game.
Yep. Next
Yeah,
weekend's our
season
first
start.
game.
There we
and
go. There we go.
Before we read an article about that,
Mhm.
speaking of Joseph Hartzell, he's writing a preview for hockey. Yesterday he
Oh.
talked to Coach Furschweiler, and then I think he talks to Alex Bump and Cam Rowe, our goalie.
Awesome.
So he has some quotes from those guys, and that preview should be coming out sometime shortly. So
Awesome.
be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so that you can kind of get ready for hockey.
Mhm.
Just know some of the players. Joey's going to do a good job with that one. He always does.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. It's gonna be a good season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Upcoming things in news, we're really we're getting into crunch time for election season. I mean, as of right now,
Yeah.
election day is a month away, which is crazy to think about.
That is crazy.
So we're working on a story of voting resources for students, how students can get registered to vote, especially if they live out of state, so that they can get registered to vote in Michigan. Other voting resources like We Talk, We Vote, things on campus. And then we're also doing a really cool feature story on the mental health of election season. So we're talking to political science professors, psychology professors, and students just to talk about how politics and election season can affect your mental health, because I
That's
think that's
awesome,
a
yeah.
really it can be a stressful thing to think
Mhm.
about, especially
And I feel
during
like
this
that's
time.
I feel like people don't really recognize that.
Yeah.
You know what?
A
That's
lot of
the
people.
first time I've heard that actually being recognized when it's definitely true.
It's
Like,
Yeah,
important.
and I feel
Mhm.
it's so stigmatized because it's oh, you need to know what's going on, and
Yeah.
you need to
Right.
be educated, but it's sometimes people aren't, and they want to be,
Mm-mm.
but they don't know how
Yeah.
to start.
and it also doesn't help that there's so much if people people don't usually go on news sources to actually
Mhm.
find information these days. They'll go on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's kind of hard when your main form of getting information is on TikTok, where
Yeah.
it's just
is so biased
right.
too.
Yeah, and opinions are just all over the place.
Yeah, and
Exactly,
it's hard to figure
yeah.
out what's true and what's not.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
trying to really recognize that this is a stressful time, and with everything else that's on college students' plates, it can be overwhelming. So
Definitely.
100%.
we're focusing on that, voting resources, lots of things coming up. God, midterms are soon.
Right.
I have a midterm next
Little
Tuesday.
scared.
Midterms,
You know-
fall break.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what's
fall
crazy?
break.
I haven't had an in-person test in 2 years.
Really? And you
Wow.
have
And
one?
I have one, and I don't know if I'm gonna pass that
See,
sucker.
that's
Yeah,
scary.
I had my first in-person exam of college
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
How'd that
it
go?
was crazy because usually it's just it's on my laptop, and they're
Yeah.
Right.
don't come into class, just take it at home.
Exactly.
But it was paper, we had to sit a seat apart.
Oh
It
my
was this feels
gosh.
like high school again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's terrifying. I
No.
don't know if I could do it.
Paper and I can't remember the last test I took on paper.
Best
That's
of luck
crazy.
to you. Best
Yeah.
Thank
of
you.
luck.
Thank you.
Best
I
of
think
luck
I'll be
to
okay.
everybody.
The teacher
Yeah.
or my professor's very good. I have a study guide that's actually incredible.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think-
always
I think
nice
I'll
when
be
it's
okay.
the study guide is basically
The
the
test.
test.
It's literally
Yes.
the test.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Very helpful.
And then it's okay, now I actually know. I don't
Yeah.
have to
and I don't have to dig through my old notes to
oh my god,
and
yeah.
study something that's not even going to be
That's the
mentioned in the
worst.
Because
test.
it's especially when it's okay, here's your midterm. Everything that you've learned this
Right,
semester could be
Yep,
on it. It's
yep.
but it's not everything's going to be on it. And
Yeah.
it's the study guide that I have is just what's going to be on the test, so it's perfect.
That's perfect.
that's awesome.
So hopefully I
You
do
can't
okay.
fail. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Hey, you never
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
But
knock on wood. You'll be good. Do you get a note card?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, then you
I
really
don't
got to
think so.
study. There you go.
Yeah.
We've also had the Western Herald newsletter has been going out
Yes, it has
Ooh,
been.
yeah.
recently.
That's always fun to put
It is a
together.
fun
that recently.
newsletter.
It's a fun.
I don't
thing.
put it together. Kayla does. But
Kayla Lambert, our
know,
managing
Help
editor,
put it
puts
together.
and we talk about our obsessions of the week. So was this last week's? don't know
I
if it was
believe,
last-
yeah.
Was that last week? Yeah.
I think so.
Well, we can
Um,
just be an example.
Yeah.
last
So our obsessions last week were autumn colors, the Vampire Diaries.
Yes.
Yep, that was my
yeah.
Hey
suggestion.
Dudes. We have the Achiever Extraordinaire, which is
Mhm.
somebody on the Western Herald staff that's just really killing it. Last week it was Emily Delano, sports reporter.
Yep.
She's new to the staff, but she's been killing it,
She's
getting those
killing it.
bylines up. We have the Western Herald tip of the week, last week we want you to recycle. There's tons of places
Yeah.
on campus to
That was
take
a good
your
one.
recycled
That's
goods.
perfect.
There's bins in the buildings, outside the buildings, and then also if you like turn in your cans, you can like really rack up some money with that.
Yeah.
So,
Make some
Oh my
extra
gosh.
money.
Like I know it's not a lot, but like my cans from like a month is like $15.
yeah, and like that's like
It's just like
that's
oh,
15
pretty
bucks.
good.
it's not free money because I think there's a can charge, but
yeah,
it's
but
basically
like,
free
if
money.
you
It's
like you can either like stack up your cans for a little bit and get 15
Yeah.
bucks, or you can throw them away and not get anything.
Exactly.
Like,
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm stacking up the money.
yeah,
Might
it's
as well
like
save.
low risk, high reward.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
So-
of people do it.
And it's there's incentive to recycle,
Yeah.
which is good.
very true.
Mhm.
Very true.
But yeah, if you want to get that newsletter in your inboxes on Fridays, go to Western Herald, sign up for that newsletter. It's a labor of love. Kayla puts a lot of work into
Yes.
it, and
Yeah.
we
Yep.
we really appreciate
It's well
her.
put together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun to sit down at our editorial board meetings and like figure out, okay, what are we obsessed with this week,
Yes,
guys?
it
Like,
is fun.
And then we
I
talk
can't
about-
remember exactly what we. I
What
think
did we
I said
say?
something about the teas in the student center
Yes, the
cafe.
tractor drinks. Yes,
Yes.
at Refresh.
Love
Oh.
those.
They're so good.
They are my
I'm like,
monthly
What is that?
obsession.
it's like in the Refresh Market downstairs of the student center.
Oh yeah.
They have like the little like lemonades in the
Yeah,
back.
just like tea,
Mm.
iced teas.
iced
yeah.
tea lemonade.
Okay.
There's like a strawberry dragon fruit one.
That one's my favorite.
So good.
It's so good. They're
It's
fire.
so good.
And pretty affordable too. So
Yeah,
Yes.
they're not
can't
too
go
bad.
wrong. Can't go wrong.
And it's nice that it's in the student center. I
I
really
agree.
like love having everything like
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
So
You know, I really like is my pie. I love my pie.
Ooh.
It's like low key. Am I wrong? But it's like really good.
No, it's
Yeah, no, it's-
really good.
it's like,
I
really
agree.
good. Like because like you think like oh it's in the student center like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay, but like no, it's really
And
good.
I get mine just with pepperoni and spinach, and then I get it well
Ooh.
done.
Yum.
Ooh.
So good.
That's yum.
Little
Okay.
crunch. to
That's
it.
So much.
I will say I think the food at Western is great. I don't care what
Yeah,
anyone
honestly,
says. I
Freshman
really
year when I was
enjoy
in the VDC,
Yeah.
I was living life.
it. Me too.
I honestly miss it.
Me as well. Like I never had a bad day of food there.
Yeah, straight up.
So good.
So many options too.
Yeah,
You can never
get
will
tired
say,
of it.
Like, there's nothing like the same every day. It's like you can just like you can
Exactly.
pick something new. whenever
Yeah,
you
you
want.
can try
Sometimes
different
the-
food from cultures. Like that was fun. I
Yeah.
liked that.
What was the stir fry place called?
Oh yeah,
Oh, Pacific Plate.
That-
Oh,
that
that
was
place
it.
was the best.
delicious.
Yep.
Delicious.
And now they're open for dinner, or at least they were last year when I was.
Oh,
Still going to the
oh yeah,
VDC.
because they were always
Epic.
closed when I
Yeah,
went
because
to
they
the
always
VDC.
were open during lunch.
Yeah.
Yep, they
So-
closed
And
at
that
like
line was
2 p.m.
that line was long when I was a freshman.
Mhm.
You know, everybody can relate to the long Pacific Plate line.
Yeah, I
okay.
think
I'm glad that
universal.
Yeah,
carried
it's a
over throughout
universal
the years.
experience.
It's that good. It's that good here.
Yeah, I think that about does it.
That does it. All right.
I think.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this week's Western Herald Headlined, and stay tuned for next week.
yeah. Bye everyone.
Bye, guys.
See ya.